Hello, 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 hello. Hello. Actually, I'm gonna shift myself over a little bit this way. There we go. There we go. Excuse me. Hello, welcome everybody to the first stream of 2023. Woo! Insert applause, insert fireworks, insert explosions, and everything. Just insert everything. all the sound effects. Hi. Oh my gosh, it's been a heckin' time. I come back from vacation, I'm like, yeah, this is gonna be great. I'm gonna have all my holiday time to be able to stream with you guys, and then my freaking parents decide to catch a cold and then pass it off to their only daughter. I'm very sad. So, and as you can hear, I'm still just a tiny bit sick. I'm like 94% better, like 94% back to normal. I still have a little bit of a cough that just will not go away for some reason. I'm trying everything. It's just there. It's just lingering, waiting to strike when I least expect it. Haven't seen y'all since last year. I know, right? It's been a whole year since we last saw each other. Isn't that wild? Isn't that wild? Amazing. Oh, man. Oh, yes, sorry. Forgive me. It's the last stream of 2022, December 32nd. My apologies, of course. Yes, of course. Yes. But I hope everybody had a good New Year's celebration, or just maybe a chill evening, getting away from the fireworks that people keep shooting at you, you know. I did absolutely nothing. I ate shawarma with my mother. And then I don't even know what I was doing. I was just like sitting here and just like not paying attention. Then I looked at my phone and I'm like, what do you mean it's 10 past midnight? So I was a little late on the new year, so to speak, but I made it in. I'm here. We're all here. That's what matters. Sorry. You'll have to forgive me. I will be coughing a little bit in and out of the stream. I have my trusty water bottle with me, so hydration will be a must. An absolute must. Oh yeah. So, I don't really... despite this being a New Year's Day stream, and also a 800 Constellation member celebration stream, I don't really have anything planned. Yeah. I've been incapacitated for about a week. My brain is just starting to rev up again. I don't have no thoughts. Head empty. Only no jacket. Have you noticed? I'm not wearing my jacket. It's, hold on, let me zoom out. I thought it'd be, you know, New Year's celebration, dresses, partying, you know, all the partying I don't do. Especially all the partying I wasn't doing yesterday. Unless you count a party eating shawarma with your mother at like 7 p.m. In that case, quite the party. Quite the party. Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't have quite a plan in place for what's going to happen today. But you know, I kind of just wanted to chill, just kind of hang out. So, what will happen will happen. So, head empty, so I'm in. Exactly, I'm in my element. I am in my element. I'm taking that in stride. Thank you very much. But oh, maybe I should say. So I said that I wasn't going to really be using my model until the new year. Well, it is the new year, and I've decided that a debut will be coming at some point, whenever that is. But until then, I'm just gonna use this model and just have fun with it. Why not? Life's too short not to use the model that you've commissioned and painstakingly waited for months to use and receive. So here we go. She is here. Live 2D Stories is officially active as of January 1st, 2023. Let's go! Woo! This would have been a bit more impactful had I had a few more streams without this model. But literally the last stream that was up was my Christmas Eve Zatsudon, and then and then I died for a week. Oh my god. So it's like I never left. This has always been a constant. What do you mean that there's other models? I wasn't always this. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I didn't mean to say this. You sound like Miss Pauling from... Is that Team Fortress 2? I'm not quite up to date with stuff. I don't know who that character is, but I'm going to assume that's a compliment, in which case thank you. Thank you, I appreciate that. Always good to relax. Indeed, I agree. Especially after these past few days. Ugh. Like, I have not had a cold in literally 2 years, and I forgot how crappy it is. I forgot how horrible you feel. The good news is it was literally just like a throat cold. Like, it literally only existed in my throat and maybe a little bit in my nose, my sinuses. But like, it was just there, and it was so annoying that I couldn't get rid of it. And like, I would wake up in the night constantly just like coughing and dying, and I'm like, why am I still here? Just to suffer? So yes, I was. But I think I'm almost over it now. Almost. Just a little bit more there, but I think I was gonna say eaten. I have consumed almost an entire bottle of cold and sinus medicine, which maybe in hindsight wasn't the best idea, because now I'm a little dry in the face area. My lips are so cracked, it hurts. But nothing a little water can't fix. Am I hyped for 2023? Yeah, I'm cautiously optimistic. I think that's my that's my current outlook so far, is cautiously optimistic. I don't have any reason to not be, but you know, just in case. Just in case, you know. We can't be too sure. Play game gets sick. Coincidence? Dun dun dun. Yeah, you got me. I caught a computer virus, guys. I tried to play it down, but at this point, there's no point in hiding it. It's got to come clean. Oh man. Yeah, I might crack out a game if I can't figure out what else to do. You know, when in doubt, play a game. Yeah. Not at hype levels for the new year yet, but maintaining a healthy curiosity. That's a good way to start out. You know what? I approve of that. Not that you need my approval, but I'm just uplifting your decision. I like that. A healthy curiosity. That's always good to maintain just in a general level, but especially for the beginning of the year, we're a clean slate for possibilities, what's to come. God, I hope this year feels like a year, if that makes any sense. Like, I swear the past few years have not felt like anything, and it's kind of weirding me out, because I'm literally just sitting here thinking, how did I get to this point in my life? Like, I remember bits and pieces, and I'm like, oh yeah, that happened. I'm like, wait, no, that was in 2021. You mean that didn't just happen like 2 weeks ago? huh? It's like, what I do? How did we get here? Where do we go? Where did we come from? Where did we go? Where did we come from? Cotton Eye Joe. Yeah, you know, just constant Cotton Eye Joe just playing in your head, just as a montage of a crap show just kind of falls before your eyes, and you're just like, I'm watching the worst movie at the crappiest movie theater, and I can't leave my seat. I'm just here for the ride. Might as well get some popcorn, I guess. Yeah, oh, actually, let me see. I did make a little list of I made a list of goals for VTubing specifically in 2023. Should I make some actual real life goals? Probably. But I'm starting small. I'm starting smaller. Something that I can kind of what's the word? Get my mind around. Possibly obtaining, maybe. Who knows? So yeah, let me just read out what did I write? I think when did I last edited this around noon today. So the first thing I have on my list, with bold red exclamation points, all capital letters, debut. I want to debut this year. Yeah. I want to debut. I want to show off some lore. I want to do like the whole debut thing with the slideshows and the all the fun stuff, and you know, just have a bit of a celebration of how far I've come and who I am, and you know, this whole thing right here. That'd be really fun. So I gotta really get on planning for that. There's a few things in the works. There are a couple things that are actually finished, but I'd say like the core chunk of what needs to be finished has barely even been started. I wouldn't even say it has been started yet. It's all still in my brain. I need to get it like out of my brain and into some contextualized concept that can be interpreted and created by other people or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, there's a few things that I really need to get on with. Yeah, I do have like a tentative date that I'd like to debut at, but I don't want to like on one hand, I don't want to be like putting all this pressure on myself, like, oh, you gotta debut by this time at this hour, you gotta do this and this and this, and if you don't do that, you're a failure, blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't want to put like that kind of pressure on, but at the same time, I don't want it to be like, oh yeah, I'll do it whenever, and then 7 months pass and I haven't done anything. It's like I want to have like a schedule, but I don't want to be like a be all end all sort of thing, you know, if that makes any sense. So I don't know, like, it'd be great if we hit the date that I'm thinking of, but at the same time, like, because I don't have all these like major things done yet, like it makes sense to me that it would probably be later on, and that's okay with me. I need to figure out how to keep myself motivated without putting too much unhealthy pressure on myself, if that makes any sense. Hello, I'm Star, much confused. Thank you. Like that. Perfect. 10 out of 10 debut. 10 million subscribers. Oh god. Could you imagine though? All right, what's the next goal? Oh yes, this next goal is actually something that's getting a little closer to reality day by day. Reach 1K and get YouTube partnership. So I feel like I've talked about this a little bit in like the past few streams or so, especially because, you know, I'm getting closer to that big number, the big 1000. So yeah, what am I currently at right now? Hold on, let me check my analytics and see what I am at currently. or the subscription count. Okay, so I'm currently at 813 subscribers. Now that's a lot of numbers. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of Constellation members. Holy freaking crap, my dudes. Ah, that's scary. In like a cool, overwhelming way that I'm happy about, but also like, oh my god. How did this happen? But yeah, I think 2023 at 1,000 subscribers is in the cards for me. And then I can finally apply to YouTube partnership and then, you know, maybe finally make some money off this thing. Could you imagine me answering super chats? I couldn't imagine memberships though. I don't have anything to offer membership wise. I don't think I have anything to offer. But I mean, super chats. Oh yeah, actually, hold on. So there is a way that you can donate to me currently. It is through Stream Elements. There should be a link in the description for it. Yeah, it's under support me if you like. It's a little not obvious that it's a donation link, but I didn't want it to be super obvious because I was like, I feel bad for asking people for money. So I'm like, vaguely hinting that it's something for donations, but not actually explicitly saying it. But where was it? Yeah, so on the 20th, like, I didn't see this notification because I don't think I streamed on the 20th, or maybe I did and it just didn't show up. I'm not sure, but someone had tipped me like $50. This same person has also tipped me $50 in the past. Like, this is their third time donating to me, and I'm like crying. Like, what did I do to deserve this? Thank you so much. Burned, thank you so much for the donation. I'm sorry I couldn't thank you sooner. I kept forgetting and then I got sick. But this is, it's so nice. Thank you. You can hear my voice cracking. Oh god. And there's a little message too. It said, for keeping true to yourself and for Christmas. And I really love the new models. Ah! So thank you for the donation. I really appreciate it. That's enough to make stars make a small galaxy. Exactly! Exactly! Like, we all are crafting this small galaxy, and it is only going to get bigger every single day, which is amazing, but, you know, terrifying. Like, there's a reason I came down from space. Space is huge and dark and terrifying, and there's just so much space out there. Like, it never ends. It's scary and lonely, but the cool thing about this one is we're not creating space, but we're creating our own constellation, which could be, you know, in space associated. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is I'm not lonely here. Yeah. So the constellation that I'm building, I can actually, you know, tell that it's, you know, it's not fiery balls of you know, space matter in space, just being fiery space balls of matter. Whatever stars are, I don't know. I like this constellation a lot better than the ones in this. I mean, the ones in the sky are pretty, don't get me wrong, but this one is my favorite constellation. I deserve the money. Aw, thank you. So, if you want to donate to me... No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's there. The donation link is there, but I'll leave it at that. No one is obligated to donate to me at all. That's why I really want to get, like, the partnership. Because, like, you know... I guess maybe it's kind of silly for thinking this way, but like I feel like, you know, once I hit 1,000 subscribers and then I can apply, it's like, oh, now I can, like, how do I describe it? I feel like I've earned the right to earn money from this now, if that makes sense. Because, you know, it'd be really cool if I could, like, you know, I don't know if I'd ever make this like a full-time job. I don't know if I could ever, you know, do this and not have another, at least a part-time job or something on the side. But, like, you know, to make some kind of earning from it would be, you know, pretty cool. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe one day. But, you know, as it is right now, I'm definitely not complaining. It's super fun as it is. The money is just a bonus. She came down from space because she got lost. And how do you know that? Apart from everything you've ever learned about me ever, how do you know that I got lost? How do you know, sir? A shooting star? Where? Where? Oh my gosh, we gotta make a wish, guys. We gotta make a wish. Put your hands together. Make a wish. Make a wish. But don't tell anyone, otherwise it won't come true. I mean, you can tell me if you want, but, you know, that's up to you. But, you know, other people are here, so, you know, it's up to you. Up to you. Yeah, what was I doing? Right, reading goals. So yeah, 1,000 subscribers, applying to YouTube partnership. Hopefully that is in the cards for me this year. I'm gonna keep working at it, and you know, when it happens, it happens. So, but I am looking forward to it. It is becoming slowly closer to becoming a reality, and it's kind of cool. All right, my next goal: sing more. Singing more. I released a total of 2 covers and done a total of 2 karaoke streams, neither of which are unlisted. No, they are both unlisted. They're not listed as public because, you know, copyright. Gotta love that. But yes, I want to sing more. I want to release more covers. I want to just be like, just screeching into the void and be like, I'm singing. So, and yeah, actually, a couple days ago, I was like, oh, how bad would I sound right now if I started to sing? So I sang a little bit of Let's Get It Started from Luna, and it's it's bad, but then when I try to go high, my voice just flat out dies. Like, it is just, there's nothing behind the voice. It just and strangely enough, I thought that would make me feel bad about my voice, but then I was like, oh wait, no, this is actually really funny. And like, it kind of put into perspective how my voice sounds when I'm not sick, which is not, you know, crusty and weak and dying. Like, obviously there's a lot I can improve on, but I mean, there's still a lot that I have there that I can work with. So yeah, maybe I'm being too hard on myself. I don't know. She says as she knows she's being too hard on herself. Me currently trying to figure out harmonies and beating myself up for not knowing how to sing harmonies. Meanwhile, like, the main vocals are done. I'm just like, these harmonies, now I can't release the song because I can't sing these harmonies. It's like, dude, just shut up and send over the lines to the mixer, dang it. It's fine. So I don't know, I feel like there's like this thing around like covers with being a VTuber. It's like you gotta make the whole thing like a big production. It's gotta be like all the art and getting like, you know, someone to make like a video for it, and it's gotta be like, you know, super polished and all that stuff. And like I think like all those types of covers are super cool. Like, I want to do more like polished covers and stuff like that, but like, it's not the fact of like, you know, those things exist, those kinds of covers exist. It's like the unwritten rule, the sort of pressure you feel to have to put out something that's like super polished and like super like professional, and it's just like, can't I just be like an idiot and just like sing this, or just like not even be like, you know, silly about it? Can I just, you know, put out a cover that's like, you know, maybe kind of mid, but I had fun doing it? And it's like, I could, but then how do people, like, you know, how do they respond to that? I don't know. It's a weird thing. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. But like, I remember like I used to do Vocaloid covers like on the regular, like way back in the day, and like those like you know, like you had like your persona and things, like your alias, you had like your character that you were singing behind, but it was never like, oh, you got like, you know, custom art of it for yourself and then whatever you were doing. And sometimes even just a screenshot from like the MV from the original Vocaloid song, and then you just put your cover on top of that, maybe have some lyrics, and then that was it. Like that was just the culture. If you had like a custom made like video, then you were like one of the big leagues. Like you were like super popular, you were like super like skilled, and like you had all the connection that you were like in it to win it, sort of thing. It wasn't just like a casual hobby that you had. But like I feel like with VTubing, I found that like even if you're just doing it as a casual hobby, it feels like you need to kind of be more on that level, because that's just what it seems to be expected of VTubing. So I don't know. Again, maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just what I've seen, and not everything is like that. But from my personal experience, that's what I've noticed. Especially when it's like, you know, corporate VTuber stuff. But then again, you also can't you can't compare yourself to like corporate stuff, because they're on a whole different level anyway. So in a way, I guess that's kind of a similar thing. So anyways, enough about me rambling about stuff. Aw, wishes for stories to never be sad anymore. Aw, that's sweet. Thank you. I can't guarantee that will come true, but I will hope that there will be less sad days for me. So I have something in my eye. Oh no, I'm sad. There's something in my eye. Ah. But yes, I wanna sing more. I wanna sing more, release more covers. Just integrate singing more into my daily life again. Yeah. Alright, next goal. Oh, maybe pick up drawing again. And in parentheses it says live 2D question mark. Maybe, possibly. Oh, there's just this thing in my eye, which is very annoying. But yeah, so does anybody remember the doodle streams I used to do for like for the From Margot Novice characters? Like I used to like doodle them on their birthdays or for their birthdays. I did have quite a few streams for those. I didn't get through like every character. I don't even think I got through half the characters. Maybe like 7 or 8 total. But yeah, I kind of miss drawing. It was tiring though, and I didn't practice that much either, so of course I wasn't getting better, and then that led to frustration, and then I was just like, I just don't have the patience for it anymore. I'm just gonna stop. But I don't know, maybe in the future for me, I might maybe pick it up. Maybe, you know what I should do? I should buy a new drawing tablet, because my old one, I have no idea where it is. I got that like it was like a Cintiq something or other. It was a tiny freaking drawing pad I got like first year university with Clip Studio Paint. It is gone. I dropped it, the back broke off. It still worked, but I lost all the nibs, and now it's just lost to the wind. I have no idea where it is. So yeah, maybe get a drawing tablet again. Another small drawing tablet. I don't need a huge drawing tablet. I have nowhere to put it. Even if I had like a large drawing tablet, I have no idea where I would even put it. Like, I barely can just put it on my desk as is. If it were a small one, oh my god, I need to clean my desk. There's too many things on my desk. Oh god, it's so messy. It's so messy. Why am I such a messy person? Why there's so many things everywhere? It's like I put things in places intending for them to be like, you know, this will go here and this will go here, but it's just like, it just looks like a pile of crap just on my desk. It's like, what am I doing? What am I doing? Oh, excuse me. And so, I don't know if I ever mentioned this, but there was like a point back in like, last year. I think it was like maybe around like September, October, I can't remember exactly, but I was attempting to learn how to do live 2D rigging. And I say attempting because I did maybe like 1.5 tutorials I found online, and then I just stopped. I just stopped. I completed one, and then I got to the second one and I was like, ooh, this is really complicated. And also, it didn't help that it was also like in Japanese, and for some reason the English translation subtitles, they stopped showing up. So I was just like, I don't know what to do. Where do I go from here? Help! So I just ended up not continuing with it. But I think that'd be pretty cool, you know, to pick up again, kind of learn how it works, the magic behind it all, the what do you call it, like the textures and the masking, or honestly, I don't know how live 2D works. It looks so cool. I've heard it's pain, but I've also heard it's very fulfilling and very rewarding. So I don't know, maybe that's something I could potentially get into this year. Who knows? Who knows? Stories Live 2D Rigger 2023. Oh, you saw a few of the drawing streams? Oh, yay. The doodle streams. Were you drawing anime boys you wish you could marry? No. I mean, I love all the From Argo Novice characters, but there's like maybe only 2 of them that I'd want to marry, and like, that's just saying from like an anime fan perspective, so. Plus one of them was literally like 14, so I was like, nah, he's a brat, I hate him. I say that with love, do not cancel me. It's like, if you know, you know. Oh, hello, Happy New Year! Happy New Year! Thank you for dropping by. Yay. I'm just going through some of my VTubing goals for this year, in the hopes that maybe, you know, I could do one of those things where I look back on like at the end of the year and be like, oh, look at all these goals that I set for myself. Where did I get now? What am I at now? See my progress and stuff. Oh, maybe I should also put my current sub count too. Current YouTube count Jan 1st. So we are at 813 subscribers. Okay. So then by the end of the year, I can look back and see how far I've progressed from 813 and see where we're at. And I mean, it's not all about the numbers though. I mean, numbers are pretty exciting, but I also want to, you know, maybe focus on other things that don't quite particularly count towards numbers, just, you know, self-growth stuff. I have a goal for you, don't crack your screen. I have been storing my headphones off to the side on my floor. Not quite on my floor, but there's like a bin on my floor that I'm like putting my headphones on, just so my headphone jack is not anywhere near my screen. I'm not making that same mistake twice. Like, I'm so paranoid every time I close my screen. I do it so slowly and so carefully. And I will continue to do that because I don't want to be stupid again and open my laptop and be like, oh no, I broke the screen again. Like, that was horrible. That was horrendous. You know what? You know, I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say something maybe a little bold. And it can't be proven because we've already come and gone through this past year, but I'm gonna say it. I feel like if I hadn't cracked my screen, I may have cracked 1,000 subscribers last year. Maybe. Or at least I would have been closer to it. Instead of missing out on, I literally missed out on a quarter of the year. I missed out on a fourth of the year because my computer was broken. Dang. Like, if it's just so frustrating to think because it's like I could have done so much stuff. Instead, I was just like sitting here waiting for my laptop freaking screen to come. It wasn't even any of like the processor stuff. It was my literal screen that was broken. And they were just waiting on the parts because like apparently like other people were like breaking their crap too. And then it was like, oh, they are on severe back order right now. It's the whole supply and demand chain thing. It's like the supply is there, the demand is there, but what isn't there is the transportation to get the supply to the demand, which creates a little bottleneck effect, and then everything that gets out there is immediately gone. Nobody can get what they need because the demand is too overwhelming for the supply that isn't there yet, and then it just gets really frustrating. So I watched a news segment for that. I was over at my aunt's house. I remember this very distinctly. I can't remember, was it Thanksgiving that we were there? In 2021? Maybe. I think it was. Yeah, it was Thanksgiving 2021. I think I saw that. Yeah. But yeah, anyways. Supply and demand. So fun. Break screen. The Constellation won't remember that. Y'all won't let me forget it. I swear it'll be like 3 years and on from now I'll be talking about something and then someone will come in and be like, hey, remember when Stories broke her laptop screen? It's like, that was 4 years ago. I know I just said 3 years and 4 years. Again, remember, you're talking about me. I can't do math. I would literally say that. Hello, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. On the bright side, now I've got about an actual year worth of VTubing. That's true. That is true because I did start streaming in September of 2021. So, yeah, okay, there's something a little confusing, I think, because I had 2 anniversaries last year. The first one was my channel anniversary, my content creation anniversary. Because, like, my channel technically was created in, like, I don't know, like January of 2020, I think. And then my first upload was in December of 2020, but then my anniversary for content creation is in 2021 because that's when I actively started making content as Storiesofstars. But then the second anniversary was my streaming anniversary, which was when I first started streaming, because back in them good old days, I didn't have this new computer, and while this isn't like an amazing streaming computer, at least it can stream. My other one is just sitting on my floor over there. It won't even turn on anymore. It's like dead. Basically dead. I think I can maybe trade it in for maybe like 50 bucks or something. I don't know. But like, it's basically like just scrap parts at this point. Like it's unusable. I can't use it anymore. It was like slowly dying on me. Like trying to make like videos in iMovie was just, it was horrendous. I know, first world problems here. Ugh, I can't make videos in iMovie. How will I live on? But yeah, so I really wanted to stream like back then, before I got this computer, but it just wasn't possible because I just simply didn't have a computer that would be able to do that. But then once I got this new computer, and do you guys know the origin of why I started streaming? Like what was like the turning point for me to actually start streaming? I think I talked about it I talked about during the streaming anniversary, but there has been quite a few new people since then, and it's quite an amusing story, I think. Because you know that the whole stereotype of like, well, maybe not a stereotype, but you know, there's like a lot of people like, oh, I was doing this in school, then I dropped out, and then I became a YouTuber. You know that? I am here to tell you that you can be both a university graduate and a college dropout and become a VTuber. It is entirely possible. I'm living proof. So, what happened was, I have graduated with a bachelor's degree. I had to look at what my degree was called. I swear it's real. But yes, I graduated with a bachelor's degree many years ago. And in 2021, I just decided, hey, why not go back to school? I've been working at this kitchen job for almost 4 years and I hate it, and maybe I want to try doing something else. So I got into this program for media design, and I was like super excited about it. And they recommended that you get like a nice quality MacBook, because all the programs for like Adobe and like Adobe works best on like Macs and stuff, and because we wouldn't be on campus, it was all like online learning, we would have to be doing everything on our own with our own programs on our own computers. So because my laptop at the time was 7 years old and very much dead, almost dead, it was like on its last life, its last legs, I splurged a little bit with my hard-earned money and financed myself an entirely new 2019 MacBook all for myself, with a few extra goodies. How much? I got like an extra memory processor. I think it was like 32 gigabytes of RAM, I think, and then a terabyte of storage. Like, there's a lot. This bad boy can store a terabyte of anything in it, which is kind of scary. So this laptop was not meant to be used as a streaming laptop. I figured maybe if I maybe tried streaming with it, like, it would probably work, but that wasn't the intended use for it. It was supposed to be for graphic design. That didn't really end up working. Long story short, the programs I was supposed to get for that program, for my school, I wasn't able to download them for whatever reason. I literally went to like all my professors. I went to like the head of the department trying to figure out why I couldn't download these programs. It lasted for maybe like 5 days trying to figure out how to get these programs to download so I could do my freaking assignments that they assigned on the first week. Meanwhile, there was one class that I was in that didn't need all these programs because it was not even in the same like schooling program. It was like something else. It was like a humanities, I don't even remember what it was. There was also an assignment for that, and I missed the deadline for the first assignment. I was already behind, and then there was more assignments due literally like 2 days later, and then there was just gonna be more and more because like they were all weekly. And at that point I was just so overwhelmed. I was like, I can't do this. I broke down crying. I couldn't figure out what I was supposed to do, so on that following Monday I dropped out. So and the funny thing was, super haha funny, I had literally just quit my kitchen job the week before because I thought I was gonna be full-time in school. So I had no job, I had no school, I was literally just, I had nothing going for me except a degree from a few years ago that I couldn't even put to use because, you wanna know what I majored in? You wanna know what I freaking majored in? I majored in theater studies. And during the pandemic, where there are no theaters open. So I was like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I have nothing. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I just felt so like hopeless. I was like, what? I honestly have no idea what I'm gonna do now. Like, all my plans have literally just shattered in front of me. I have nothing. And then at that time I was also really getting more into like, you know, VTubers as a whole, just kind of learning what the whole culture was of them, and all the companies and the streamers and things like that. And like I remember I got out of bed one day and my mom was like asking me like what I was gonna do, like it's like, you know, I just dropped out of school, I had no job. I was like, she's like, what are you gonna do? I'm like, I don't know. And then I kind of was like, I thought about it for a moment. I was like, do I say this? Do I say this out loud to my mother? So then like I took a few seconds and then I just kind of looked at her and I was like, I think I want to try VTubing. And she's like, what? Understandably so. She's like, you want to try what? What's VTubing? She has no idea. Understandably so. Why would my mother know anything about VTubing? So then, you know, I explained it to her. I was like, you know, it's like a streamer, but you know, you've got like a character and like all these other things. Like it was like I thought like I've seen like other people like you know, trying this, and even earlier in the year, I think I mentioned this before, there was an up-and-coming VTuber company that reached out to me and wanted me to audition for their first generation, and that's kind of what like sparked me into wanting to try to become my own VTuber. So I like, she knew about that, and I was like, I want to, you know, try doing this on my own, seeing if that goes anywhere. And she was like, okay, like again, understandably so. She was like, I'm cautious about this because I don't think, like, you can do whatever you want, like you can, like, you know, if you want to do just like a hobby side thing, whatever, but like you need a job, you need money. And I'm like, I know, but like at that point, like if I could just, you know, do anything, if I could, like, you know, be able to do anything instead of just, you know, sit in bed and just be like sad, then like might as well try. So September 21st, my first stream. And you know what, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't think I'd be able to keep it up this consistently. I didn't think I'd be able to keep it up this consistently, let alone for, you know, over a year. Now heading into 2023, here I am, completely transformed, might I add, too. I never thought I'd be able to get this this model. I thought it was going to take me a lot longer than it did. So yeah. Now I'm on my way to possibly getting monetized. So yeah, I still wouldn't say that like I'm like everything like has drastically changed for me for the better. Like there's still, you know, a lot of things I wish were different, a lot of things that I wish I could be better at, and you know, that stuff. But like it does feel good to acknowledge the progress that I have made and think about the progress I can make in the future, the progress I want to make in the future as well. So that feels good. That feels good in the right here in the heart. Oh, excuse me. Delicious. You found my channel during the time when my laptop was still broken? Wow. Huh. There was actually quite a few people that did subscribe during that time. I was kind of confused. Like, I did try to put out a couple like clip stuff, but like, you know, I was like, just like, where are y'all coming from? And like, mind you, back then I was just like, I was barely even like reactive PNG stories. Like, I think maybe I just discovered reactive PNG. Like before then I was literally just like, it was just a PNG just like on the side of the screen, like just like this, like no movement, no mouth movement, no nothing, no blinking, just like just a still PNG of me, and you just had to imagine what kind of reactions I was having. My VTuber essay. My VTuber essay! Oh my god! So, so there was an application process for the program that I was getting into, that I got into. There was a written portion for it, and I decided to write partially about VTubers and VTubing. Like, one of the things they asked about was like, why are you interested in our media design program? Like, what is there that you want to apply to the real world with this knowledge, with this program that we offer? I'm like, well, there's this thing called VTubers. And then I realized that one of my classes actually had the head of the director of the program that was teaching us, and he's like, yep, I am the one that read all of your submissions, all of your applications. I accepted every single one of you. And that moment sitting there on Zoom, I was like, oh my god, this man read my paper about VTubers and still let me. I could have been this man's introduction to VTubers. Like, there's only two possibilities. Either I'm the first mention of VTubers he's ever known, or he's known about it before and he recognized what VTubers were and he's like, okay, yeah, let's let her in. Both are just inconceivable to me. Oh my god, so. When I say graphic design is my graphic design is not my passion. Absolutely not. In no way, shape, or form is it my passion. I remember I took like a graphic design course in my last year of university, but that was just because I needed a credit. I just needed a credit from something that was like outside of like my major. And that was one of the only few things I could take, because it's fun when you transfer universities and you technically don't have the credits you need to take other classes that are in your level because you weren't there for the first 2-3 years. So you're like, guess I gotta take all first year courses, which still count, but still, it's like you're sitting there with a bunch of kids that are like 3 years younger than you and you're like, I feel so freaking awkward. How do I deal? Like, I can't even make friends normally. How do I even speak to 18-year-olds? Like, what do I do? What do I do? So, but I made it through. It worked out. Yeah, I managed. Laptop. No work, only stream. Only streaming. I designate myself a streaming laptop. That's not gonna work for me. See, I have class. No class! No class! Only stream. No Adobe, only stream. I had nothing, now I have us. Now I have you guys. My condolences. Yes, the classic self-burn. Love it. VTuber arc is lit. Hell yes, it is. Whoop, whoop. I have been having a good time with this VTuber arc for sure. Definitely was not something I ever would imagine myself doing, especially like, you know, like years ago, like when this wasn't really much of a thing. And now here I am. I'm an anime girl on your screen. Hi. Boop, boop, boop. I'm tapping on your glass right now on your screen. Hi. Hello. Apologies if I talked about this before, but I'm wondering how you chose the channel name. Oh, okay. I've never really talked about this before. So there's a project called FreyaAmari. No, but I'm actually serious. So back in the good old days of like 2019, I was creating a new Twitter account. I had like an old account and I was like, nah, I don't want to be on this one anymore. I want a new account. So I was trying to think of a name for it because I wanted it to be an Argo Novice fan account. Yes, my name is linked to Argo Novice. What is new? What is new? But I was trying to think of a name that was like, it could relate to Argo Novice without just being like blatantly Argo Novice named. Like I didn't just want to be like Argo Novice fan 4579 exclamation mark hashtag love whatever. I wanted it to be kind of like, you know, like kind of artsy or kind of meaningful, but still be like blatantly a fan account. So I was like, what exactly relates to this project? So, you know, Argo Novice is a constellation. Constellations have stars. And then I just went on like, I went on like thesaurus.com or whatever, and I was like, what's a synonym for constellation? I got a bunch of different words. Band was one of them, which I thought was very interesting. I'm like, oh, band, a constellation band, Argo Novice, interesting. But one of them, I can't remember if this was actually a word that came up, but like I saw like a few definitions, and they kind of all came down to like, you know, like constellations are like, you know, the stories that are told like through stars in the sky, stuff like that, blah blah blah. And I was like, oh yeah, constellations are like stories from the stars, stories of stars. Oh, I think I have an idea. So that became that Twitter at for the longest time, and then I got really attached to the name Stories. I went by another name. If you like dig back to like the very first video that was ever uploaded is a regular radio segment. I used to go by the name Lucy. I still do, but that's more for like, you know, friends and stuff. Most people, if not literally everybody now, calls me Stories. So I got really attached to the name Stories. So I was like, I wanna carry this on as like my VTuber name. I think this would be a really nice name to keep. And like, you know, I thought about making like, you know, everyone's kind of got like a first name last name sort of thing. I thought about trying to make like, you know, like a more formal name for myself, but it just didn't feel right. I couldn't get into any of the names I thought of. So in the end I just stuck with Storiesofstars. And then I was like, that's a really long name, and it's not even a name. It's three words I just smushed together and decided, bam, that's a name. There we go. But then as I kind of researched and like looked more into VTubing, I realized that like there are like huge VTubers and a bunch of other VTubers that don't have like, you know, the first name last name format. Like, I mean, I think half of VShojo doesn't even have like a first name last name format. Like, you know, there's like Iron Mouse, Silverveil. What are some others, like Kason, like literally, like they all just like they have like their iconic name, and while my name is long, it just I shorten it to Stories, and that's my name. So yeah, that's where the channel name comes from. It's literally just a Twitter at that I got really attached to, and I decided to make it my name. So yay. I wonder what kind of new hell awaits us this year. Let's just hope for peace and calm. But if things happen, that we keep doing our best despite them and hope for the best to come. So, positive energy, please. A gold star for me, thank you. Thank you. Wait, let me. There we go. Thank you. Here we go. Did I just pog? Maybe. Pogger stories. Gaming PC for 2023? Maybe. Maybe. That'd be pretty cool. That'd be very cool. Yeah, that's where the channel name comes from. And hello to you as well. Thank you so much for dropping by. Your voice is really nice. Oh, thank you. Aw, it's really sweet. I'm getting over a cold, so it sounds a slightly bit different. It's just a little different from what it usually is, but thank you. I appreciate that. If I cough, please don't be concerned. It sounds a lot worse than it actually is. It's literally just like the phlegm that's just stuck in my throat for all eternity. I'm like, get out of there. Leave at once. Has it been warm where I am lately? It has been warmer. Like, it literally went from a freaking snowstorm one week to there's no snow outside. It's like 8 degrees. It's warm. It's weird. It's like, what happened? We are in January, my dudes. Where is the snow? Hello? Hello? Oh no, you caught COVID! No! Oh no! Hold on, let me try it. Hold on. That's not good. My pouting face isn't working right now. Hold on. Let me try recalibrating myself. Hold on. I hope you get better. Praying for health and recovery. I would donate a small library of games if I had a gaming PC. Most but not all would include them. So I basically just get the entire Trails of series. I do need to return to that eventually. I do, for sure. I just have so many other things I want to play as well. It's hard to prioritize. Oh, so actually, speaking of games I want to play, guess who got her first Pokemon game ever? And yes, it is Scarlet because sibling law rules. I had to get Scarlet because my brother has Violet. We cannot have the same game. That's just how it goes. I don't make the rules. I didn't really know that was a rule, but apparently that is what it is, so it must be. So so yeah, I was thinking maybe tomorrow I'd play Scarlet. I'd start my first Pokemon journey. And yes, this is my very first Pokemon game. I've never owned one before. I have played little bits and pieces of my brother's. Like, I remember distinctly like Sapphire, Emerald, and Ruby, the Pokemon contests, and like the arcade. But other than that, I've never had my own Pokemon game. Never played before. Like, it just never really was a thing I was really ever interested in when I was younger. But now I'm like, I'm an adult and I want to be a Pokemon master. Dang it. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm really excited to start playing. So I'm going back to Pokemon school. Pokemon school. Where I am is 75 degrees Fahrenheit today. Let me convert that. Hold on. So 75. Whoa! What the heck? That's too warm for January. Unless you live in like a naturally warmer state, which I guess makes more sense, but still, oh my gosh. That's scary. For those who also don't Fahrenheit, so 75 degrees Fahrenheit is about just under 24 degrees Celsius. That's a good summer day, man. What? Oh my gosh. I hope you're enjoying the warm weather. As weird as it may be in January, but there we go, I guess. Oh my gosh. A great day for walking. Very true, very true. Get some exercise in. Do a Nuzlocke? I don't know how to do a Nuzlocke. I've seen people play kind of play Nuzlocks. I need to look up the rules. I don't quite understand how it works. I think I wanna go through my first Pokemon journey and just be like, get a feel for how it all works. Cause like when I say I've never played, like I don't know. Like the only like experience I have with like Pokemon really is the anime. And I wouldn't say that the anime is super true to the games from what I've seen and from what I've heard from my brothers. So I think I want to go through my first like full Pokemon journey, go through like, you know, all the gyms and catch all the Pokemons and stuff and fight the Elite Four or whatever it is. And then maybe afterwards, maybe I'll do like a Nuzlocke maybe after, but yeah, I'm not like a hardcore player of anything really. Just because I get super passionate doesn't mean that I'm like super into like the game mechanics. I just really get into like the fun feeling that I get from it, and I'm like, I don't understand what I'm doing, but I like it and I'm gonna keep doing it. That's basically where my passion lies. It's just not understanding, but just having fun anyways. So I think that's gonna be the same with Pokemon, because I don't quite understand like weaknesses and strengths and attack powers and attack up, defense down, stat decreases, increases, things like that. I don't really understand the tactical side of games, but I still fumble my way through, and it still ends up being fun for me. So I think that's gonna be the same thing with this game. But I think, yeah, once I get through it myself for the first time, then maybe I'll do a Nuzlocke. So yeah, we'll see. I'm not in any rush to do anything like super, you know, anything like that. I just want to, you know, enjoy myself and have fun. Just kind of do my own thing at my own pace. I feel like I say this quite a bit, and I feel like I don't enforce it as much as I should, but I do appreciate suggestions and, you know, like doing this and doing that and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna be doing what I want to do at my own pace, if only because like sometimes that's just all I'm capable of doing, but also that's because that's just what I want to do. That's just what I want to do, and that's what I'm gonna do. It is my stream at the end of the day, and I'm gonna do what I freaking want to, dang it. But again, I appreciate the suggestions. That doesn't mean I will go through with all of them, but I do appreciate them. It's like, just as you are allowed to give out suggestions, I am also allowed to say no. So, or not right now at least. Or I appreciate it, but I will do things my way. Even if they are wrong, I will learn. And besides, if I do things wrong, it's funnier for you guys. And if you're frustrated, then leave. We're here to have fun in this house, dang it. Yeah, I was reading goals and I totally got off track with that. I was talking about Live 2D and now I'm talking about Pokemon. How'd this happen? Oh my gosh. So next goal that I have, I'm gonna get back on track. Next goal that I have, make good morning and good night tweets. Okay, this one's kind of silly. I admit this one's a little silly. However, I feel like sometimes I'm not super involved with my Twitter account, or as much as I could be, and I wanna get into a little bit of a routine of sorts, if only to, like, you know, end and start my day off with something. So what better way than with a good morning, good night tweet? Why not? Why not? Don't you want to see me say good morning, good night every single day? Oh my gosh. But yeah, I said good morning. I said good morning today, and I think I said good night last night too. Maybe? I can't remember. But I said good morning this morning, so I'm off to a good start. Off to a good start. Oh, another one. Speaking of being a bit more involved, so reply to more tweets on my timeline and chat in live stream chats more. So I'm what you call a lurker, like a lurker. I lurk. I sit in other people's chats and streams, and I'm just like, I enjoy the vibe. I'm just gonna sit here and just watch everybody else chat, and I'm just gonna be like, this is fine. But sometimes I want to participate, and sometimes I want to be like, hey, I want to be part of the chaos too. Like, even if it's like in a storm of messages, I want to be able to, you know, pop in there more and just be like, hey, I'm participating too. There's definitely nothing wrong with what I've been doing, but I feel like I want to do a little bit more. I want to do a little bit less lurking. I'll still be lurking, don't get me wrong. That's just ingrained in my nature, but I want to be a bit more proactive, so to speak. Maybe reach out more to people, especially like, you know, on Twitter. Like, you know, kind of I see people, you know, tweeting about stuff all the time, and I'm like, I want to talk to you, but I'm like, I don't know how. So I just keep going. I'll be like, maybe one day. But it's like, no, not one day. Now day. We do this now. Maybe. No pressure. But, you know, consider it. So I guess like the overall of this goal is to just, you know, reach out a bit more. Be a bit more, have more presence in other people's lives, even if just in very small ways. Because, like, I mean, like, look here. There's like, how many? Like 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me just scroll up on the chat first. Where's my mouse? Yeah, there's like at least 4 of you that I recognize, because you guys have been in like my chats like on a weekly basis. You guys come in and you just like chat up a storm. You're just, you know, talking with me, talking with each other and stuff. And like, that's like super cool. And like, over time, like, yeah, I do recognize you guys, and it makes me really happy when I see like people returning to my chat, and I'm like, oh, you guys are here again, thank you so much. I want to be able to go back into people's chats and be like, you know, come back regularly, and then have them feel that same way, be like, oh, hey, they're back again. Oh, that's so nice. Like, again, there's definitely nothing wrong with lurking. I'm gonna keep lurking for the rest of time, but the way that, you know, seeing return chatters makes me feel, I want to be able to make other people feel as well. And maybe just, you know, be like, hey, I'm here. Make my presence a little bit more known. And then, you know. She's like, I exist. Hi, how's it going? Lurkers rise up. Or don't, you do you. Yeah. It's like, raise your hand if you hate audience participation. Now to recognize me, my social anxiety. Bitch, I have social anxiety too, but here we are. Oh my god. Oh, social anxiety. Fun, right? Super fun. Oh, speaking of social anxiety, or maybe rather overcoming it, next goal, maybe more collabs? I've had maybe like a total of like 3 collabs last year. Maybe. And that's just the ones I remember. And that could probably be all of them. I think it was 3. It was at least 2. One of them wasn't even on YouTube though. But that was still a fun collab. But yeah, maybe this year I will try to, you know, maybe reach out to more people, chat and be like, hey, let's play games and be dumb on the internet and stream it and have fun. maybe have fun, I don't know, just bring a little fun in there too, who knows. Happy New Year! Happy New Year to you too! Thank you so much for dropping by! Again, there's another chatter that I recognize that's come back. See, that just makes me really happy seeing like return chatters. I want to be able to make people happy seeing me in their chats and returning back and being like, oh hey, they're back again too, yay! All right, next goal. Okay, I don't think this is possible for 2023, but hey, you know, dream big, right? Am I right? Guest at a convention. Guest at a convention. Maybe one day I can guest at an anime convention. Mayhaps one day. Could you imagine seeing me on the big screen at your local convention being like, what's up, nerds? Oh my god, that'd be so fun. I've been to like conventions before, like dozens of times. Like this year would be like the 10th year I've gone to like one of like my, I wouldn't say local, but like the most local convention to me. Oh god, I can't believe it's been almost 10 years. That's too many years. But but to like be a guest there, like that would just be, oh my gosh, that would be amazing. Especially with this new form, like, oh, this would be so fun to be like, hey, how's it going? Hi. Oh my gosh, it's my papa. It's my papa. Hello, happy new year to you too as well. Oh my gosh, I just said two as well. That was so redundant. I don't care. Hi, thank you so much for dropping by. Oh, this is so exciting. Oh, I don't know if you've I don't know if you were here from the beginning, but I'm going to be starting today. I'm going to be using this model full time now. Woo! Yay. Oh, I'm so excited. I can't wait to see you guys every day or every stream in this form now. To be schmoobin' everywhere. Schmoobin'. I mean, maybe gummy stories will come back every now and then. For sure, for sure. We need a little squishy marshmallow in our lives. Yes, live full 2D stories is now full time. Ah. My New Year's resolutions. Okay, let's see. So far, I've said debut. That's the big one. Debut. Reach 1K and get YouTube partnership. Sing more. Maybe pick up drawing again. In parentheses, live 2D? Question mark maybe. Make good morning, good night tweets. Reply more to tweets and chats in live stream chats more. Oh, I read that wrong. Reply to more tweets and chat in live stream chats more. Sometimes I read sentences that I'm like, why did I write it like that? And then it's like, oh no, I gotta read it in a certain way. And then it's like, oh, that makes more sense. And maybe more collabs, and then guest at a convention. That's the most recent one. That's the one I'm on right now. Guest at a convention. But yeah, that'd be super cool to be at a convention, being like, hey, this is me. How's it going? I don't know why I'm here, and I don't think you do either. But we're just having a good time. Woo! Oh, could you imagine? That'd be so fun. That'd be chaos. Absolute chaos. I love it. Okay, next goal. By the way, all these goals, I may probably add some more when I think of them. These are just the ones that I thought of right now. I also don't want to overwhelm myself with too many things that I want to try, but like, you know, just I need some kind of reminder. Some kind of proof that I said I would do these things, or at least try. Yeah. Maybe more to come, but these are the ones that I have right now. Oh, excuse me. Ooh, this is the Chinese food we have for dinner. Delicious. Cooking stream on camera. I've wanted to do a freaking cooking stream for so long. I just can't figure out how to set it up. But even more than that, I just can't figure out when to do it when nobody will be in the kitchen to interrupt me. 'Cause that's the thing. Like, if I were just living on my own, heck, if I was even living with roommates, like, that would be maybe slightly easier to justify. Because, like, I don't know, like, usually, like, roommates, like, they see you kind of doing something in the kitchen, they don't want to interact with you. They just want to get back to their room as soon as they can. They make little to no eye contact. They don't even, like, acknowledge that you exist. And then they're just gone, and you're like, okay, panic over, let's get back to business. Family, however, they don't give two shits what you're doing in the kitchen. They will come in and they will do their thing, and they will not leave until they are done. And it's just like, okay, but I'm also doing something here. But at the same time, it's like, this is the kitchen for the entire house. I can't just hog the kitchen to do a live stream. It's like, what do I don't know how to set that up. Like, I need them to be like, I need everybody to be out of the house for like the whole day, or at least like a good few hours, and like have all this like set up ready and be like, okay, let's go to do this. So again, I don't know how I pull that off, but I mean, who doesn't want to see bread rise for like an hour? Well, we just sit and shoot the shit and just talk. I don't know. Yes, I would make bread on stream. We will literally get this bread. I make some pretty banging bread, guys. Like, I know it's hard to believe. I'm clumsy and forgetful as crap, but I make some pretty banging bread. Like, flames. Sometimes it's a little too flame. Sometimes they come out a little too golden brown, more on the golden black side. But it's still good bread. It is fantastic bread. So, I'd love to bake something. Maybe I'll bake like multiple things. Like, I've done some days where I'm not at work and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna bake, and I'll spend like 6 hours in the kitchen and I'll be baking like 2 to 3 things, and I'll be going like back and forth interchangeably between them. Which I know, it sounds like, how is that even possible? It's you. I don't even know. I'm not even sure how I haven't messed things up like horribly to the point where I can't even like figure it out. Like, I can't, like, it's just, it is fixable. Things I've done there, like, if I've messed up, they are fixable. There is a point of return. I can work with it, and things turned out really well, and I'm very surprised. So, like, I'd love to bake for you guys on stream, or cook something, or make churros. I'd love to make churros for you guys. Oh my gosh, I made churros for the first time like 2 months ago. They were so good. They were so good. Oh my gosh, they were delicious. My only mess up was that I had the heat on a bit too high for my oil, so they kind of burned to a crisp, but still weren't cooked on the inside. But then once I lowered the temperature of the oil, bada bing, bada boom, baby, we got it. So delicious. What kind of dress is this? Oh, it's a mini dress. So, origin story behind this. So I was out shopping with one of my friends, and we were just at like one of those, like, you know, like those like kind of like cheap fashion stores where it's like they have all like this wacky fashion for like, you know, maybe like $10, 15, like 2 for 15 or whatever, but like the quality of the clothes are like super cheap. Like, it was one of those kinds of stores. Think like a, like, what's a brand I could say? Like, you know, like Shein. I've never bought anything from Shein, but think like Shein, but like an actual, like a physical mall. So we were just kind of like, you know, looking around, just shopping. I think I was actually getting ready to go to Tokyo at that point. And we were like just kind of looking at like different clothing, just seeing what there was. And we got to like the sales rack, and there's this sparkly as all heck mini dress for $10. And my friend looks at me, she's like, dude, you gotta get this. And I'm like, yeah, it's cute, but where am I gonna wear this? It's a mini dress. I don't go anywhere. I don't party. I don't go clubbing. I don't do anything. Where am I gonna wear this? She's like, I don't know, but it's $10. And then I looked at it and I'm like, yeah, good enough for me. So I bought it. But then it was after the fact when I was like, wait a minute. So it's like, you know, super slim, super fitting. It's like, it's very fitted to me. What if I fit it under these shorts, and then it effectively becomes like a shirt, even though technically it's not a shirt. And then from there, I put a jacket over top, and then I get a whole freaking outfit. Look at that. It's so versatile. And then if I don't want to wear the shorts, boom, it's a dress again. Like, it's so cool. It's perfect. Absolutely perfect. You wish you had an outfit as versatile as mine. I can make like a good like 3-4 outfits with this, if I'm counting correctly in my head. I can do things with this outfit. I can figure out how to do things with this outfit. So, oh, wow, I'm really close now. Oh goodness. Let me just zoom back out. I don't quite get this mouse wheel yet. I don't know how long I've had it for, but it's like sometimes I scroll with it and it doesn't do anything, and then I scroll a bit more and it's like, boom, super close. It's like, oh God, go back. Oh my God. Stories making that dough. Hell yeah, let's go. Woo! Woo! Have I ever seen, hold on, I can't read. What does that say? Yakitate Japan. I don't think I have. Is that an anime? Maybe. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't watched any anime really, except for like 2 episodes of My Hero Academia. Like the 4th season. My brother is like desperately trying to get me caught up, and I'm very lazy. We were supposed to watch during this past week, but I was so sick I literally couldn't do anything, so that didn't end up happening, and I'm sad. I wanted to watch more of My Hero. I wanted to get caught up. I want to know what's going on. Nice dress. Thank you. I kind of blew people's minds when I said I technically am not wearing a shirt, but that's not wrong. I'm not wearing a shirt. This is a dress. It can effectively act as a shirt, but it's not a shirt. I'm just saying. Flaming bread, my favorite. I know. This gets that nice charbroiled flavor in there. Super exquisite, super fancy. Sending us all churros is gonna be expensive when they even clear customs. Ooh, that you know, you got a good point. They're very kind of stingy with that. You probably have to pay like $20 just for like customs fees. I wouldn't do that to you guys. So you'd have to, you know, taste with your eyes, so to speak. Is that a saying? I'm making it a saying. Taste with your eyes. Feast with your eyes. Feast your eyes. That's a saying. That's definitely a saying. Do I know how to make chocolate? Might be a good Valentine's Day stream. Ooh. I've never made actual chocolate, but you know what I do have? I do have chocolate molds. And I can buy, you know, like those little like melting candies? They come in like a bunch of different colors and different like cocoa variants. There's like the white chocolate ones, but then there's like milk, and then there's like dark cocoa. I could make some little like melted candy hearts or something, or I think I have hearts, and I think the other ones are like flowers or something. I can't remember, but that'd be pretty cute. That'd be pretty cute. I don't know. We'll see. When is Valentine's Day again? Hold on. Let me just check. Oh, it's on a Tuesday. That's not a very romantic day. Tuesday. Interesting. Maybe it could work. Maybe I could like. Sorry, I'm just laughing to myself. Maybe I could like melt some chocolate and then just like make it on my desk or something and then let it harden. I don't know if that would work, because I think the chocolate in the bowl would just instantly like harden because it wouldn't be warm enough to stay liquid, and then I'd have to go back down and like keep microwaving it. Unless I put in like a heat plate or something. I don't have a heat plate though. That might be a fire hazard. I don't know. But again, that is a fun idea. Definitely a fun idea. Maybe. Oh, it's about a bread making anime. They're literally getting this bread. That is excellent. And I get recipes. Ooh, I like recipes. Recipes for bread are good. So much good bread out there. It's a wonderful world of bread. I think it's fantastic. Am I going back to the planned streams, or am I staying with the whenever I have time? I think I'm gonna go back to planned streams. The whenever I have time was basically because of holidays and getting back from like my trip, and I'm like, I don't know, I don't know when I'm gonna be able to stream. I don't want to keep like, you know, rescheduling and stuff like that. So I'm just like, whenever. And then I got sick, and then I was like, yeah, that's not happening. So I think I'll get back to doing actual scheduling at some point, hopefully this week. If not this week, then next week for sure. But I think this week we'll have a schedule, I think so. Yeah. So I mean, whenever I have time, it's nice, but I like letting you guys know, you know, when streams are gonna be happening. So then you guys will be like, oh, Stories is gonna stream. Let's see when that's gonna happen. Instead of just being like, surprise. I mean, surprises are good, but like, you know, some consistency is also good. Keeping a routine is always very nice, you know. Actually, I've always felt kind of bad that I don't have more of a variation in my stream times. Like, it's always like, usually like more often than not, like 8 p.m. Eastern time. Or like on Sundays, it's like, Sundays, it varies. Sometimes it's 11, sometimes it's 8, sometimes it's like 3. I don't know. Sundays are a bit more versatile just because I don't have work that day, and I'm like, whenever I wake up, let's figure out a stream, baby. Let's go. Woo. But like, I think I've come to realize that people appreciate consistency more than I realized. Like, I mean, it's nice to have like, you know, different stream times for like, because, you know, different time zones and stuff. But like, once you kind of find like that group of people that will watch you, like, even if like the times don't exactly match up, they'll be there. And having that kind of like that consistency of like, oh, I'm gonna be streaming at this time for around this long, people kind of start to get like acquainted with that scheduling, and they're like, okay, yeah, this is gonna be like, you know, a typical story stream. It's gonna happen for this long, it's gonna happen this time. I'm ready, let's do this. We're in for a night of just chill or chaotic antics where she has no idea what she's doing, and there will probably be some kind of screaming, who knows, or she's gonna completely forget something and then mess something completely up, and it's gonna be hilarious or something like that. I don't know. So I just tried pouring cinnamon sugar and hot oil into my eyes. I can't see. I don't know how I'm typing this. Please help. Also, when does it stop hurting and start tasting good? Sir, I'm sorry. Are you a churro? Are you a churro? In that case, I don't know how you're typing this either. You're a churro. Is anyone else concerned? Well, like your stream times are good as well. Don't feel bad about that. Stream to the times you want. Thank you. That's what I realized. That's what I'm not. I don't feel as bad not having more variation in like my stream times, especially because like, you know, I don't have like as much as I would love to think like, oh, there's some people like watching from all over like the world and stuff. It's like, more often than not, they're like maybe a few hours different from my time zone, so I don't have to worry too much about like time zone variations. Like in any case, like it'll just be a little bit earlier, a little bit later for them, and I mean, I think that's fine. Like it hasn't been much of an issue, so I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing. If at any point, like maybe if ever I do get a bigger audience that doesn't have the same time zones as before, maybe there's like a few distinct groups that have like, you know, different time zones that are that the stream times don't exactly work for them as well. Maybe I'll consider doing different stream times then, but that also depends on like my own schedule as well. Like during the day, like during the work week, definitely no way, apart from Mondays because I don't work Mondays, but like the other work days, like no, that I can't do mornings and during the day on those days because I'm working. I literally can't. Sunday morning. I see. Yeah, I feel like that's the reason why I did like Sunday morning streams, because like that was like one of the few times that like I could do a morning stream, and I was like, you know, switch it up. Like I'm always doing like evening streams. Why not have like a morning afternoonish stream thrown in there too? But like if evening streams work, they work for me too. I'm totally fine with that. Totally fine with that. I told you with your eyes. Metaphorically, my good sir. Metaphorically, please. Metaphorically. Oh my goodness. Maybe I should specify. Eat with your eyes, feast with your eyes through the screen. Through your phone screen, your laptop screen. Disclaimer, do not put food in your eyes, please and thank you. Oh my god. On a side note, like I always make like clips of myself, but like it'd be so cool to like one day just like kind of wake up and then just be like find out that someone's also been making clips of me. And you know, maybe because I have this live 2D model, it might make it a bit easier for people to start clipping me. Again, there's no reason why anyone should be. I'll continue to keep clipping myself, but you know, live 2D models are a bit more, I guess, appealing, especially for people that have no idea who you are. So I don't know, maybe one day I'll find myself just randomly on someone's clipping channel, me being a complete and utter idiot, and I'll be like, oh no, I regret my decision. Never mind, I don't want people clipping me anymore. Retreat, reverse. I didn't say metaphorically I'm legally responsible. Please, no, I'm just an anime girl on the internet. I can't be taken to court. Happy New Year! Thank you so much for coming out. I was talking about my goals. Now I'm trying not to be sued. I did not say put hot oil into your eyes, now did I, good sir? No, I did not say hot oil. I did not say sugar. I did not say cinnamon. I said no food in your eyes. I said eat with your eyes. I did not say put the food in your eyes. There is a difference. There is a difference. Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. Ooh. You're like, I don't know how to edit video. I'd have hours of content. I mean, I don't doubt you there, dude. Sometimes I look through my streams sometimes and I'm like, this is why did I do this? If I was a bit more well known, I would not see the end of this. This is horrible. In some cases, I'm kind of glad that I'm definitely niche. I'm definitely on the more unheard of side, because, you know, sometimes, you know, when like you see like a streamer, like they do something like, don't clip that, don't clip that. I know that's also for like the jokes, but imagine if like that streamer is like, seriously, don't clip this, and then like they see clips of it everywhere and then like, this is my legacy now, I will never be able to live this down. Oh my god. Like the ups and downs of clipping, I suppose. It's like on one hand, it's like, hey, this person knows me enough to, like, you know, clip my stuff and want other people to see it. On the other hand, I'm not safe. Every single thing I do, right or wrong, is in the hands of this person, and they can show it to other people, and other people will see it, and then they'll share it, and then they'll know about it too, and I will have no way of covering my tracks. They will see that all the time, and now I will have to live with the consequences of being an idiot. So yeah, I think one of my goals, clip story. Hey, I mean, if that's something you want to do, go for it, dude. Although I feel like if people start clipping me, maybe I should have some clipping rules. You know, like the standard ones, like, be fair. Don't clip things that skew the context really out of place. You know, that sort of thing. Because like I've seen like, you know, there were some clippers like, you know, for like Hololive and stuff that they took clips like really out of context, especially for like Japanese streamers. They'd like translate them like really out of context, and like they kind of like skew their words, and then people will get like them completely wrong idea and kind of like, you know, what's the word, like kind of like not slander, but like you know like kind of misrepresent them. And like it kind of got so bad that like some people would be like some streamers would be like refused to like they refuse people to clip them just because of it getting so bad. And I definitely don't want it to get to that. Like I'm saying that no one's ever clipped me before, but I, you know, like you never think of it as gonna be a problem until it's already a problem. By then you're like, I wish I implemented some rules. But yeah, I know, just things you think about when you're like, if I ever accidentally blew up one day, or like I start to get, you know, increasingly like, you know, bigger just with my own growth, what would happen? How would I set this boundary, you know? And how would I enforce it? I heard a VTuber earlier saying something by accident. She wanted to say insert it into the slot, but instead of insert, she said another very yabai word that started with I as well. Okay, I actually don't know what word it is. Please don't tell me, and I don't want to know. 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 I'm serious. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I'm gonna put on my serious frowny face. I don't want to know, chat. I don't want to know. Sweet Home Alabama. Yes, instrument. That's it. Yes, instrument. Exactly. Instrument. It's instrument, guys. We got it. We figured it out. We cracked the code. Let's keep going. Let's pretend that didn't happen. We got instrument. I hate this. I hate this. I'm crying. My soul is weeping. How could you do this to me on the first day of the year? Good God. Oh God. Here's the 2023, I suppose. That's arguably a clippable moment right there. Then clip it, dang it. See it to believe it. My mom just texted me, "Are you okay?" Oh gosh. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh yeah. Ay. Could be worse. You ever call teacher mom, dad? Yes. You act as if no one has ever done that before. You act as if everyone has never done that. Like, everyone has done that at some point in their lives. And if you haven't, you're a liar. You are a liar. Like, that's just one of the things of growing up. Like, you just accidentally call a teacher mom. Like, it just happens. That is just one of the parts of growing up. You accept it, you cry a little bit about it, you internalize the embarrassment, and you move on with your life. That's just how it works. She's not okay. Who, me or my mom? Oh man. Actually, now that I think about it, I don't actually scream that much when I stream. I think the only times I've ever really screamed are like when I played Mad Father or like any other sort of horror game, and I'm like, ah! Like, you know, like an actual like terrified scream. That's probably why, like, my mother's so concerned, because, like, I usually never, like, scream. Like, I talk loudly. I definitely talk loudly, but I don't really scream. So, she's probably just like, what happened? Is she okay? It's like, no, I'm good. I'm good. Chat just said something that made me cry a little bit inside, but in a funny way. It's all good. I'm supposed to be talking about my goals. I'm so off topic here. I wanted to get through this like in half an hour. It's been almost 2 hours and I'm still not done. Okay, technically I'm on the last one now, but still. Oh god, so many tangents. Okay, so, oh, this was the most recent one I added, I think. So this last one I have is, expand on the characters and stories in my head. So, so, you know, I'm Stories of Stars. I just told you guys my origin of my name, how it came to be. Maybe in a lore video it might turn out differently, but at least in real life circumstances that's how it happened. But despite my name being Stories of Stars, I don't ever really talk about any of my own fictional story content. I like looking at everybody else's story content and looking at game story content and like hearing about other people's stories and stuff and all that fun stuff, but like I've never shared any like my own stories that I've ever thought of, and like they're not super fantastical stories. Like I range from like slice of life musical stuff to like Maho Shoujo. That's the type of stories that I've come up with over the years. Like when I tell you I've come up with so many like Pretty Cure fan teams. I had a whole notebook full of them with like all like the team member names and the story premise and like their powers and everything. Like it was a whole thing. But currently I have like this one story in my head, and it is based on these 5 characters that I have kind of developed over the years. They've been like characters in other things that I've kind of come up with, but now they've sort of been recycled and repurposed for this one story. And yes, it does technically take place in the From Argo Novice universe because they are a band, but I do want to like kind of focus more on like their dynamic as a band and kind of flesh out their characteristics and their journey as a band, and like maybe like just have it like as their own thing, like not have it as like, you know, like a like fan OCs of this one thing. It's like my own original characters in an own like their own original storyline. Maybe, you know, like inspired by this one thing, like, you know, Bang Dream from Argo Novice, but like have it be like its own thing. I just don't know how I want to proceed with that. I have like a Google Doc with like the characters and their personalities and like their sort of their backstories and like some of their likes and dislikes, and I even have like a pick crew of like their designs. And spoiler alert, this may be a little what is it, egotistical, but the main character, the vocalist, it's basically so she originally was like not meant to be, what am I trying to say? She's technically like a civilian form of myself. She's not named Stories though. No, she has an actual name. She has an actual name. She has a different birth date. She has quite a different backstory, but I've been trying to decide if I want to integrate myself as part of like her. I know that sounds kind of silly because like I like magical girls, no duh, but I just thought it'd be like kind of interesting, you know, like have like this like normal 20-year-old girl who's also secretly like a star who's like living among humans and can like, you know, transform at will. But like I kind of feel like that takes away from it a little bit, just because like it feels so like such like a down-to-earth story, and I don't want to add like super like magical components to it. So I feel like that's just a little part just for me sometimes to indulge in, because I think that's fun. I like the magical girl concept. But yeah, I have like the 5 characters, and they all have like their own different backstories and how they kind of came to this like this current place where they are. And like it's funny because like I base them all kind of like off of each from Margot Novice band, at least kind of like their vibe, their personalities, sort of, not much so much their looks as much as like their personalities. So there's like the main character, she's very like kind of down on her luck, but she wants to continue pushing forward and you know aspires to reach for her dreams, even if she feels like she's a complete failure and stuff like that, even though she's really hard on herself. And did I mention that all these characters kind of pull from my own personality traits, my my own setbacks and you know, traits and downfalls, things like that. That's kind of what I do for like all my characters. I kind of like I take parts of my personality and I kind of like expand on them, and they kind of become their own characters, but I can still relate to them and kind of work on them and develop them, because like they do have a part of me that I understand and can like work with. So the main character is very based on I guess like Argo Novice sort of thing. And then for Gyraxia, she's the lead guitarist, and she's like, you know, super kind of like hardcore punk, and she's like very no nonsense. She's very like she will not take shit from anybody, but deep down she wants to connect with people and just doesn't know how to, because she messed up big time when she was younger, and people are now like super afraid of her, and she's like done some bad things, and she wants to like, you know, be better and like kind of redeem herself, but she doesn't really know how, so she's kind of stuck where she is. But she really loves music, but she's also got like kind of like a really complicated relationship with music, and she doesn't really kind of quite know how to get back into it without feeling like she's kind of like, you know, she's betrayed it once in the past, and she's like, I don't feel like I deserve to come back to it the way that I was before, but like she still plays because she deep down just really loves it and takes it really seriously. And like that, she was kind of like that personality. So like I had like her as like a character in the past, and she was kind of like that before, but she really meshed well with like the kind of Gyraxia vibe, so I was kind of like, okay, let's go with that. That's so cool. And then the third character, she's the bassist, and so with the From Margot Novice characters, they actually have quite a range of character ages. Like most of them are in university, but some of them are still in high school, and the others are like full like fledged like working adults. So this third character, she lived abroad. I'm trying to figure out exactly where she lived. Like I was originally thinking like in the UK somewhere, but since I visited Ireland, I'm like, maybe she's from Ireland. I don't know. She's got like the red hair and everything, so maybe that's too stereotypical. I don't know, but again, I'm trying to still figure out where she's come from, but she's from abroad. And she had a really complicated like family history, and when she like turned 18, she left home. She didn't want anything to do with her like her family, and she just traveled everywhere and did everything that she wanted to do. She doesn't even go by her last name. I don't have a last name for her. Nobody knows her last name because she just doesn't go by it. She's like her last name is a very like highly regarded name from where she is, and she felt controlled by it all those years, and she's like, I don't want any association with that anymore. I'm dropping it. I'm just going by my first name because this is who I am, that sort of thing. And so she traveled all across the world. She learned like 5-6 different languages because she could, and she ended up settling. This all takes place in like Japan, by the way, because Argo Novice fan character name band thing, but again, that setting could change maybe. But yeah, so she kind of ended up settling in Tokyo, she had learned Japanese at a bit of a later age. I think she settled, I think I decided she settled when she was like 26. So in the current day, she's 32. So she's like the oldest member of the band, and she's living her best life. She's learned like all these different lessons and things as she's like gone through her life, and like she's just having fun. She's like the most confident. She's the most like kind of set in her life, but you know, she's still got a lot to learn. There's still a lot of things that the other girls like kind of teach her and stuff, but she also imparts a lot of confidence and wisdom into them, and she you know, ends up picking up the bass because they're looking for a bassist. They don't have anybody else to look for it. She's like, you know what? I want to help out these girls. Let me play the bass. She has never played bass before in her entire life, so she kind of just picks it up and she's like, I have no idea what I'm doing. But eventually she kind of just, you know, gets better at it, and she's like, this is super fun. Actually, I really like this. I really like this, and I really like being with my friends. They're all such wonderful people, and I like being able to help them. I like being on the stage. So yeah, so I felt like that kind of like that meshed with like the Phantom Iris kind of vibe. And then the next character is the drummer, and she's a firecracker. She's super bubbly, super fun. She's always like looking out for a good time to make people smile and have fun and just be like, woo, everything's great. But surprisingly, she's always been one to kind of be in the background of sort of things. Like she's always been like supporting people from the sidelines, and not in a way where she's like, oh, I wish I could be out there. She's like actively been loving like supporting people from the sidelines, because her mom was like a famous like musician, and then like her brother was like an actor, so they were always in the spotlight. And meanwhile, her and her dad was like an artist, and she was like she wants to become a director, so she's always like she wants to be like looking out for them on like on the sidelines and doing all these things in the background while they have their time in the spotlight, and she's perfectly happy with that. She does like a little bit of like drumming on the side, and she actually knows the guitarist from earlier. Like they went to the same high school. She knows everything about what happened, or at least like, you know, what everybody else has heard about what happened with her, and yet she still wants to like kind of befriend her, because she's always thought she was kind of cool, but she was like, I have no idea how to approach her, and especially with like everything going around, like she didn't know how to, especially as like a teenager, but she felt bad. And so when she got into university, she finally plucked up the courage to talk to her, and then they started jamming out together. She started picking up drum again, and then she was playing guitar again, and they were just kind of, you know, shooting the shit and stuff. It was super fun. And then afterwards, like after a while, she's kind of like, I want to start a band. And then like the other girl's like, what? So they were trying to like, you know, find members and stuff, and she basically became the leader of the band, and she was like kind of like, you know, trying to scout people, trying to figure out like, you know, who she could ask and stuff. And then once she like had like finally gathered everybody, like she, like, even though like, you know, she's in like the back, she's like the drummer, she's actively supporting people from like, you know, the back, she kind of found her own spotlight and found herself wanting to be more in the spotlight because of everybody else, and she wanted to like, you know, kind of stand out a bit more than she used to. And yeah, she's also had some romance troubles, and hopes to find someone one day that will actually appreciate her and not cheat on her. Rest her peace, rest her soul. She will find them someday. And then the last character, so she's an interesting one, because I have her role as keyboardist, but she can technically play multiple instruments, and in my head I imagine her actually switching out instruments from time to time, mainly from keyboard to rhythm guitar, and sometimes like synth DJing sort of thing. But she can play a multitude of instruments. She's actually the younger sister of the guitarist, and so she kind of knew like exactly like what had happened with like her older sister and stuff. But even before that, she was always like kind of very reserved, quiet. She wasn't very like outgoing, very outspoken. She wasn't very expressive, but she was like generally happy. And then things kind of went down in their family, and like she just felt more withdrawn, and she felt more like, what's the word, like kind of attached to her music, but not in a healthy way, more in a way is like, this is the only thing that gives me worth, gives me purpose. If I don't have this, then I have nothing. That's basically what she kind of attached onto, and she sort of became like a people pleaser, in a not in a like, oh, I'll do anything you say, just ask. She'll like, someone asks her to do something, she'll do it. She won't go out of her way to do things, but if someone asks something of her, she'll just do it with like a snap of a finger. She'll figure out how to do something if she doesn't know how to do it, because she just wants to be able to do things, because she feels like she has no worth apart from that. So she learns a lot of skills because of that, but because of this overwhelming pressure of feeling like she has nothing if she doesn't. So in that, she ends up getting bullied because of that nature, of her very like kind of quiet nature, her very kind of people pleaser nature. People, especially afterwards when they hear about what happened with her sister, and then it gets really bad, and she just starts getting like more withdrawn within herself, and she just doesn't know what to do. She gets like this love-hate relationship with music, especially when her sister kind of like walks away from it, and she's like, what am I supposed to do now? But she still keeps playing because, again, she feels like she has nothing if she doesn't. And then when the drummer learns about her being able to play so many instruments, she's like, oh my gosh, you have to join our band. And like the older sister's kind of like apprehensive because they have a really tense relationship and they don't really get along very well. But the younger sister, because, you know, she's been asked, she's like, okay, yeah, I will join your band. Not that she wants to, but she feels like she has to, just, you know, to keep the peace and, you know, be able to do something for someone. And then afterwards, through the band, like, she actually realizes she really likes music. She's their main composer too, and she starts learning that, like, you know, music isn't everything that I have. She starts to, like, you know, make friends with everybody in the band. She starts to kind of let her walls down, be more vulnerable, and it's really nice. So I don't know exactly how, like, I get to these progressions for, like, everybody in the story, whatever storyline I have. Like, I have, like, kind of like an idea of how everybody gathers together, but, like, yeah, I don't know. And there's a bunch of other side characters too. I've even thought about, like, a whole second band, like a rival band. Like, it involves, like, the main guitar, the lead guitarist, and, like, the keyboardist. Like, it involves, like, their cousin, and then, like, the main singer, like, her sister comes over. Like, she's also from abroad, and, like, she, like, comes to live with her older sister, and then she starts learning guitar and stuff. Like, I don't know. It's like a whole thing. I have this whole, like, world in my head. I just don't know how to express it. But it's always so fun to think about. And, like, you ever, like, attach, like a band to, like, or like a singer to, like a character you have in your head? Like, you kind of cast them. So, like, the one band that, like, I think about, like, with my main band, I always think about, like, nano songs. Like, that's the type of music that they'd make, because, like, nano music, like, is very, like, their music is very, like, versatile. It's very, like, you know, like, heavily, like, rock punk type thing, but there's also a bit, like, you know, synth and other things that they kind of experiment with. It's super cool, super cool. I love their music. So but yeah, so that's kind of what I want to maybe try and figure out and kind of expand more on in the future. I don't know exactly how I want to do that, but I feel like that'd be really fun. That'd be super fun to try and figure out. Stories of Stars finally writes her own story, fictionally speaking. Oops, sorry, I accidentally hid and unhid a message. I'm just looking on mobile on my chat here. I don't know what I pressed. I'm so sorry. My bad. Let me catch up with chat here. Brownie Stories is so cute. Yeah, Brownie Stories. Ooh. This is the first time I've seen this model and I saw the sleeve and I'm just like, SOS, why is the sleeve calling for help? Hey, I'm a constant distress signal, what can I say? Oh, excuse me. Speaking of distress. Whew, copping up a storm here. Okay, well, that's all my current goals that I have. If I think of more, then I will write them down and maybe probably post them on Twitter, just keep myself updated. But yeah, I finally got through my goals list. Jesus Christ, that took forever. There was like, how many goals was that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That was 10 goals, and it took me 2 hours and 50 minutes to get through. Holy crap. Oh boy. Well, that was fun. Anything else? I didn't think I'd be able to fill up 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours. 2 hours and 15 minutes. Almost 2.5 hours. With with talking about my goals, but you know what? Maybe that's another thing. Be more confident when I do talking streams. I'll add that as a new goal. Be more confident in talking streams. Like, I've done quite a few talking streams in like the past few weeks. Like, that's very impressive for someone that like almost never did talking streams before. Like, I feel like when I did talking streams in the past, like I really relied on like talking about like from Margot Nava's stuff, just because I was like, I can like immediately start talking about that because I know exactly what's going on. People that are there usually know what's going on too, and then it's just like we just talk about that for a while. But like, you know, just talking about like my own stuff, that's nice. I really enjoy it. So yeah, I hope I can do it more. Well, I think that will do it for tonight. Actually, I need to work on the schedule for this week. Shocker. So thank you everybody so much for joining me tonight for the long-awaited back from sickness. almost gotten up from the sickness. Hopefully in the next few days this cough will be completely gone, or at least like 99.99% gone. Fingers crossed. But again, thank you everybody so much for joining me tonight. Take care of yourselves. I know we're all getting sick out there. It seems to be spreading, COVID or just regular colds. I keep hydrated. Hydration, flush the bads out. Get some sleep too. We all need our rest to be healthy, happy, regenerated. And oh, this was something that I actually talked about on Twitter, like it was yesterday or 2 days ago, I can't remember. But reminder to blink. Yes, I know that sounds really silly, but I'm actually certified to talk about this technically. Especially when we like, you know, for those who like, you know, work with like computers and everything, with screens that emit like blue light and that are so close to us proximity wise, we actually blink less because of it. And when we blink less, then we don't refresh our eyes with the good oils from our glands. And because of that, it leads to more tired and dry eyes. And I feel like a lot of people don't really talk about that because it's like, you know, oh, I'm tired, I've been on the computer all day. It's like, yeah, because your eyes are literally tired. Like they need to be refreshed. They need the good oils and hydration to be able to like function properly. So a good rule of thumb is like every 20 minutes or so, you look 20 feet away and you squeeze your eyes really, really hard. Really hard. Not to the point where you're like hurting yourself, but just tight enough that like, you know, you get some like some good refreshing oils just over your eyes. Do that a few times. And do that like a few times, like every few hours or so, like every 20 minutes, and do that like from there on, just like a few hours, like every couple hours or so, just remember to just kind of look away, blink a few times, good few blinks, and then go back to your work. We all want happy, healthy eyes, so. But yes, anyways, thank you everybody so much for joining. It's been a pleasure as always, and until we meet again, bye-bye! Happy 2023!